All right, so it's good to be here. I don't see anybody actually here in the session yet. We're going to go ahead and start. So what we'd like to cover in this session is just some more just bash scripting, and we're going to be doing bash scripting pretty much at least twice a week, and we'll do about 2 or 3 different exercises to go through bash scripting, running these scripts, what do these scripts do, and each time we'll create more and more advanced ones. The last scripts that we did last time, they were pretty simplistic. All we did was like create simple update items and things of that particular nature. But we're going to go through some of the basics real quick for those who actually didn't participate, just so you can see kind of what we're doing. So what you see here is elementary Linux, and that's what's being ran right here. So it's elementary Linux that you see that I'm actually sharing with you. And so this is ran in a virtual box. This is ran in a VM or virtual machine. I'm actually using Oracle VirtualBox to do this. So I'm just going to log on. So it's a good lightweight OS. It's really, really good. It's pretty quick. All right, so what we're going to do is bring up terminal. For those that don't have an editor like VIM, all you're going to do is do sudo apt get install, and you do something like Vim. You'll put in your password, whatever that may be. Sudo apt get, we do Vim. There we go. Oh, sorry, sudo apt get install Vim. Okay. Sometimes I'm typing fast, and I think that I'm actually typing faster than I'm thinking. All right, so it's already there, so there's nothing really to do, but Vim's there, but that's the actual command. And so I'm going to hit ls, see exactly where I'm located. And I know that I'm running my items in document, so I'm going to change directory, so cd documents. And now I'm in the documents folder. And so the items that you see in blue, and remember, depending upon the actual OS that you're using, there'll be different colors and stuff like that. So my particular directories are associated with blue. So I'm simply going to change directory. That's not what I wanted to do. So let me close that and bring this back up. All right. So cd documents, cd. Okay, I'm already there. Okay, cd umsl. Here I'm in umsl, and here I already have some files created. And so I kind of did this on the break, and so these files are various files that I created. So we're just going to do a sample item, just a few of them. So remember, you're creating a file. You're going to touch the file. So you're going to use the command touch. And I'm going to call it echo1.sh. And so the sh identifies it as a shell script. So I'm going to echo1.sh. I'm going to hit enter, and so I'm going to hit ls now. And you'll see that there's numerous files that are green, and there's only one that's white. And so I'm going to do ls-l to see everything that's occurring. And so now I can see user permissions. And so that's what I see down here with the user's permissions. So I can see various permissions here. I can, of course, see when the file is created, how big the file is. And so here I see that the biggest difference is there's no executable permission here. So I'm going to do chmod, which is change modify. I'm going to add the x, and then I'm going to do just echo 1 to the wildcard. Now hit ls, and now everything has these associated permissions. Now I'm going to go into Vim, echo 1. I'm going to hit insert, because insert is how I can actually put items in here. I'm going to do shebang, bin bash. I have to go back up here because I hit that one in there wrong. There we go. So go would be echo. Here's an example. This can, oops. Another line of text. I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to get the colon here, WQ. So I'm going to write and save it all at once. Now I'm going to execute this item. So SH, echo 1, wildcard, and that's it. So now it's printing out line by line for that particular item. Now I'm going to go to bring up my date item. So I'm going to do vim. I'm going to go to date. So what you see here is the actual script I used or made just to create a just to print out today's date. So again, always shebang bin bash. That's what you see right here. So always put shebang bin bash in there. And then here is just echoing. So echoing, think of it as like a print statement. I'm just printing this out. This is today's date. And then I have the command date. Now, if I bring up another terminal, I'm going to do that so you can kind of see kind of what's going on here. So this is my other terminal screen. This is Vim. I'm in an editor right here. So now I'm going to go back into terminal, hit date. And so now you see that date comes up. And so with these scripts, you have to think about this kind of, when you're running these actual scripts, you're running various items to do multiple things at once. Otherwise, I'm typing date, I'm typing uname -a, I'm typing clear, rename, create new files and stuff like that. So think of the shell script as a method to create tons of programs, install files, all this neat stuff all at one time, just running a particular file rather than doing everything manually. So if you're a sysadmin and you need to deploy a ton of programs to install, you do not want to have to write everything over and over and over. You just want a script. And if you're in Windows, you're using PowerShell, but you just want to create scripts that automate your workload and make things a whole lot easier. All right, so this is the actual script right here. So echo, this is today's date, and then it says date. What I would do, hit insert, so I can actually insert something in here. I can delete this. So what I'm doing here is I'm just writing comments, and it's always good to write comments so individuals know and understand kind of what you're doing. So I'm going to say simple print screen of date. So that's all I'm putting there. Just so if someone picks this up, they can know exactly what's been done. Now, even better, I would say written by Mo Dawson, created on 10 March 2015. Just a quick example. So I'm going to hit escape and WQ. So now I'm back here. And so I'm going to do tails. Actually, I'm going to do head. Remember, head gives you the top, tail gives you the bottom. I'm going to do dash. This is something simple, dash. So now it's just giving me kind of the output. So SH, echo 1, wildcard. So it comes out just like that. Now this is interesting. So I'm going to clear. So clear is going to clear all of this. And now I'm going to take a look at some of the other items that I have in here. Oh, and I see that we have 2 people finally in here. So let me give you guys the ability to chat and talk. So let me change some of these commands to allow you guys to interact fully. All right, so you can talk on the side. So you guys should be, there's a group chat. If you look to your left, you'll see a icon that's blue with lines. It looks like a chat box. It's blue on top of a gray icon. Using that, you should be allowed to actually chat back and forth with me. So if you have questions or you want to ask something, you can do that. Or you can always use my Gmail to talk to me as well. Either way, just, yeah, feel free to participate. Okay, so we're gonna go through just some of these other scripts that we have here. So you saw that one. We're gonna just do ls again, and we're going to look at the custom install. Actually, let's look at the update. So we're gonna do touch-3 update.sh. Oh, not touch 3, sorry. Head 3. There we go. All right. All right, so let's add in a little bit more. Let's do head-8 update.sh. All right, now we have a little bit more. So this is the actual item that was created in VI Editor in Vim. And so all of this is just a simple update script. So we're gonna go to Vim, update. So that's all you see here. Remember, you can always add any other stuff. So it's just echoing that this is an update script. So that's what you see here, this update script, and then sudo app-get update. And so this is all this is. It's nothing complicated at all. But we're actually going to quit this. I'm going to quit that real quick. And now what we're going to do now is take a look at the actual custom install. And so we talked about this a couple times in the class, creating custom install scripts and kind of the importance of that. And so what we're going to look at now is creating custom install scripts. So I'm going to go back here. I think the custom install. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to do Vim custom install. And now we're actually in the custom install script. And so in this particular script, this is basically just to install a few programs on the actual machine. I have it echoing updating programs. So the sudo app-get update, you always want to run this before installing any type of program. You always want to run this this line. And then I'm installing R. This is R based. So this is, for statistical analysis and stuff like that. So that's what the R is. And then I'm installing Wireshark and then also Nmap. And so there you actually see the lines or the install commands to actually install those items. And remember, whenever you see #, is all that is are comments. So here I would put a comment, install Wireshark, go to Nmap, and I'll do the same thing, install Nmap. Go back here, and Allison. I'd actually just write the command date here. We're actually doing that and just see the date or whatever, but but I actually need to know the date that I actually written it. So I'm not going to put that in there like that. I'm just going to put 10, 15, escape, write save, and now what I'm going to do now is actually execute that particular item. So sh custom install, put my password. And now it's going to go through and install these items on my system. Now, since I want this actually installed, I'm going to hit yes, and that's going to continue to install these items. Now, the only issue with sometimes running these install scripts, like the first couple times, you really have to understand where the packages are coming from. If you're going to actually, you can do wget and actually go to a mirror and download directly from a mirror. But that's kind of the only thing. But this is great for, you have 100 programs you have to install. You need to harden the system. These scripts are by far your best bet. And I see that there's Nikolai actually in here. Nikolai, can you send a message? Or are you able to? I can see that you're in there, but I do not see you sending any messages or anything like that at a particular moment. All right, so this is going through, it's installing RBase now. So there's about, I think, a minute and some change left. And so once we install that, it'll install the other programs, and we'll see if these actual programs installed and see actually how well it actually worked. Okay, so you can still see it selecting these items and unpacking them as it's being shown on the screen. And then once this finishes download, it'll keep downloading other items until it's all done. So just let this run for a little bit. All right, Nicolay, I saw that you couldn't see where to send the public messages at. What I'll do is I'll show you guys how to do it in class. But in the meantime, I've added you on you can talk via the messenger. So you should see a message from me on Hangouts. Okay, so what you see now is pretty much everything that's there. And so what we can do now is go through and see what items have actually been installed. So let's type in R. There's Wireshark. So Wire installed. There we go. So Wireshark is there. So fairly easy with that one. We also installed Nmap. See what is like that. Okay, Wireshark is there, but R is not there. Huh. Let's see something. Yep, Nikolai, you're the only one. Maybe somebody will watch in the future and become enlightened. But yes, you're the only one at the moment. Do you have any questions? So were you able to try running a script, or are you running the scripts as we talk, or should I slow down and go over one just so that you can see just a little bit more what I'm doing? Oh my gosh, now that horrible laughs on Google Hangouts forever. All right, I hear you. All right, so I'm going to clear this item out. I got to see, I got Wireshark installed. I got to see where the other items install. Let's see, it's slower. Install R. Sudo app. R. Let's see what R to install. The following to automatically install, no longer required. Okay, so let's do this. Let's see there. Let me see why this item here is installing. Oh, you don't have the tools installed. Well, let's go ahead and install these. So the next time we have our next session next week, you can go ahead and install it. So go ahead and do sudo app get install and then vim. Go ahead and run that command. I'm going to type this key as well. So go ahead and install that item. So that item will be the most important item you need, because when we start covering some of the basics of assembly and machine language, you'll have to have Vim installed to before we even, well, you'll install Vim, we'll install NASM, and then we'll go through and continue with some basic machine language stuff. Okay, no problem. What we'll do is I have an additional laptop and I can let you use that, or we'll just be in the lab. And so we'll go in the lab next. Actually, we should go in the lab next week, Monday. I'll send out an email. We'll all meet in the lab. And so in the lab, everything's pretty much installed there, and you can pretty much do what needs to be done. So we can just make it work there. So it's not a big deal. All right, so I'm going to go through just a few of the other items before we cut out today. So some of the other programs, there's a memory program here. I'm going to do a vim memory So what you see here, all this is just showing is memory and disk information. You can add other stuff in here like uname, space -A to get information about disk usage and how many, what type of, if you have a 64 or 32-bit system and stuff like that. So you can add in lots of other stuff, but here's just echoing memory information, showing what's free, and then it's showing disk information. So that's all that you see here. And so that's all that is. And so again, what I like to tell people to do is make sure that you comment everything out so it can be used by another individual, because they may have no clue what these particular commands do. They may say, oh, what is free-m or what is df, -h. So that's something that, people just may not know. And so this is all this is. And so I'm going to just X out of this and run this command. I'm just going to hit Q for quit. I'm not going to save anything. I don't need to make any changes. I'm going to do sh memory. And now it's running. So it's showing me, the total used, what's free, what's shared, buffers, cache, and then it's giving me all the file system information as well. So this is pretty neat stuff. So say if I wanted to create a script, say I want to create a script, right? And so I'm going to write a shell script, and a shell script is going to show me what, how much memory is being used, disk space being used, and then from there I can create a script that's going to give me a list of programs. Like I said, I want to install program 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. And then install those programs based upon that space and the allocation of that space associated with that program. And so once you do this, and I'll post this for the class to see, next week what we need to do is create a script that is going to install files that you choose yourself. So you put an input, and boom, it's going to install those items by the numbers that you type in. And so that's all we have for today. And again, I'll post these scripts out there for you guys so you guys can see them. And I'll post underneath the video as well, and kind of the site where I pulled them from. But that's where you'll be able to actually pull these scripts from. So I'm going to X out of here, and I still have this item here open. It's show. I'm just powering off this. And so that is it for this session. And then each week we're going to have about 2 sessions at the least. We'll have about 2 sessions of 30 minutes a piece at least. And so expect us to be doing this over and over and over. And then even over the summer, there'll be some extra sessions that I'll be posting for anyone and everyone to join in or listen or retweet or whatever you may want to do with it via social media that you can share with your friends or whatnot. But thanks for joining in.